Hello, hello, beautiful beings. This is Lorian Rowan. This is Surfing Vuzuvaya. Oh, oh. I'm just enjoying this moment of reflection of the screen in front of me because um, I'm celebrating the informality of embracing my ability to embrace the moment and communicate what I feel needs to be and communicate the moment. When I was first doing these videos, I was no way filming anything near my bed, and it's just I love how that's changed. It's like yeah. Anyway, anyway, so to let Che Chen be Che Chen. So Che Chen is the one of the most beautiful trees I have ever seen in my life. It has white spots all over it. It is so fucking beautiful. And the story here, and I really apologize to Che Chen's brother because, I mean, I can Google it, but we'll touch base on that later. Pin. So, Che Chen is the most beautiful tree. And from the moment when I was first in Mexico, and I was on a tour with amazing, which the lovely being, lovely deadhead who was in Tulum for so long, that took us on the tour. It was a fantastic tour. Took us on the tour, and there was a woman who is another woman who's since passed away. Bless her beautiful spiritness, and both myself were just both this tree. We're just like, I know what it is about this tree. This is one of the most beautiful trees I've ever seen in my life, and I still totally feel the same way. And it's Che Chen, and Che Chen is one of two brothers, and Che Chen for like 3 months of the year produces a sap which is nothing to do with the poison ivy, poison oak families, chemically, biochemically, by lineage. It is contact similar in terms of if you contact it, even brush by its leaf, making your way as you can through the forest, then it will actually burn your skin. That burn is corrosive, but Che Chen is much more serious, to be honest. It's much more invasive, intensive, and its effects in the body. It is contact. If you hug someone after touching a Che Chen, then they get the Che Chen. Depending on your immune system and your reaction, it can become a very serious life-threatening infection. And it can do all sorts of things. It's corrosive to the skin and the muscle tissue in the same way in a very similar way the brown recluse spider bite can be. It's very unique, and I am leaving. There's so much about Che Chen that I don't know, and I'm learning. And but here's this gorgeous, super sexy tree with this thick, almost cedar-like layers of bark and polka dots, but they're not polka dots. They're like squares, but they're not squares. They're like slightly elongated. They're very stylish. They look like they're individual pieces of the most beautiful art you've ever seen. I'm just being honest. So so I've been, of one of the many medicines that I've been motivated to make is a beautiful medicine, which is a combination of super anti-inflammatories and things that the idea is to engulf and embrace any sort of the toxin. It was originally used for violent spider bites, brown recluse spiders, and that were advanced, like a week old, big round, black ring with bright red. Within that's like at 24 or 48 hours, have to go to the hospital thing. And so I was like, okay, well, give her, My nose was itching and put together this formula and treated 3 such spider bites and went extraordinarily well. Like within 24, 48 hours, pa-chung, everything's good. Then we're since we've treated scorpion, snake, food allergies, and Che Chen. Now, Che Chen was 3 years ago, and what was really super neat is when I was volunteering in the jungle, Chen is, did I mention how beautiful Che Chen is as a tree? Humans, trees. Are you kidding me? Anywho, I've never met a Che Chen I didn't like. What can I say? So, Che Chen. And Che Chen, I feel, we'll deal with that level in a minute. So the Che Chen, so I developed this formula. Super neutral. It was beautiful, or it spoke to me what it was and how to put it together. And so treated, I was volunteering in the jungle. The season, at that point, there were 7 of us volunteers, and we were all covered in Che Chen. And it doesn't matter. You can treat it with things, you can do stuff, and everybody's different, but you know. And then the thing is, and then we'd be out in the jungle again, then we'd hug each other, we'd share food or all things, and woo, some Che Chen everywhere. And so it was very intense and prevalent. And so I was like, oh, well, let's give her with this formula. It works for other poisons. And myself and especially another friend of mine who was the organizer, one of the organizers, the volunteers at the time, she also took it for her Che Chen, and both of us had great results, totally recuperated. And 2 other times that year, we were exposed to Che Chen, we took the remedy, we had no more problems. Or the Che Chen cleared up really fast and we went on with our day until the next time. Well, after the 3rd time, we both stopped reacting. I stopped reacting, but didn't notice really so much, and she stopped reacting to Che Chen and didn't notice so much until we're realizing that everyone else is covered in Che Chen and we're not. So that was super cool. That was 3 years ago. And I haven't really worried about it. And then this year, the bells were ringing, and it was Che Chen season. And the bells were ringing for me, and it was like bing, 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 bing. Well, Dorian, time is up. You need to renew your immunity to Che Chen subscription. And I had my first commercial. I was using it also for other infections, especially fungal infections, because the idea is it's not just intensely anti-inflammatory and regulating to the immune system. So it's very good for autoimmune stuff, but it also surrounds the toxins and escorts them out of the body. So when you're talking about things like fungal infections are very, when you kill the fungus, it puts off, we've talked about this before, it puts the off-gassing to get you to stop it from killing it, and it encapsulates that toxicity and escorts it out of the body, because that's where most of the damage is done. So, so I just did, so as an accidental, I was in the jungle the other night, and of course I was this treat. It was the first time I'd ever seen a Che Chen. I was so in love. I was actually giving kisses to this tree because I'm a moron. I was giving kisses while drinking my mate. Let's just check in on that. So I was kissing the tree and then putting my lips on the mate and drinking the mate. Rubbing my nose, rubbing my eyes. So I got Che Chen in all the places. Now I already had another exposure through a new client, random person on Facebook. They used the remedy. They said after 10 days of torture, not torture, but 10 days of not being able to sleep and being covered and constantly spreading, itching, and horrible burning Che Chen, that they woke up the next morning. It hadn't spread, it had diminished significantly, and they were no longer itching and they were able to sleep. So woohoo on that level. So, and I had already hugged them because I was like, yeah, I'm not worried. And I actually told my friend, I was like, what I need to do is take my remedy, actually hug, full on embrace a Che Chen, and then continue taking the remedy for like 5 days, really up my immunity. So I really upped it on a whole nother level by rubbing it in my nose, eyes, and drinking it in my mouth. And that was a whole nother. So that was like, but 2 days of my remedy. I'm very thankful. I'm taking the third day of remedy anyway, because that's a good idea. But, the thing with the Che Chen is Che Chen has always been itself. It goes through moods like all of us. It was about me. It was about my reaction, my relationship with Che Chen. And so, negotiating that, working with it, choosing to we talked before about automatic reaction of brain. I think that's the last video we did. Automatic reaction of your brain and your system and blibbity bobbity boo and can we bypass, can we not pass, how do we reprogram, what is epigenetics? Okay, that wasn't all in the last conversation, but these are all things we've touched on in the past. So, and Che Chen is so beautiful. I mean, really. Oh, it's hard to explain how gorgeous this tree is. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. And so we really deepened our relationship because now I've actually internally taken Che Chen and I'm super good. It was very obvious the first night, or the first morning after. Luckily, I had brought a dose of my emergency Che Chen, because now I'm selling it in capsules and different packaging for emergency exposures of different kinds of things, including bites and so forth. And I had it with me, so I actually had given it as an offering in the circle that we were in, and it was perfect because I also didn't give all of it away. And I kept some for myself, which I took on the way home. And then I took 2 doses. I'll take a third before bed tonight. Just because. I mean, why not? And, but it was always about Che Chen being Che Chen. It's always been who they are. It's about my relationship with that tree. I can't keep my hands off that tree. I need to find my way of making that okay, of reconciling with that in my life. Yeah? Right. So, and, yeah, so it really is the most beautiful tree. I should get, anyway, so, and then, oh, yeah, yeah. So I'm very, it's a strange sort of thrilled. It's like you need to let things be who and what they are. It's not personal. What is personal is me and what is going inside me. Oh, the jealousy. So, apparently Che Chen is something that you will react to in direct proportion to your natural expression of jealousy. So if you are a jealous person, you're likely to have a much stronger reaction to Che Chen. And I've talked many times in Surfing Vuzuvaya episodes about how I never felt really jealousy. Like I was always Persian, what's your version? Okay. So, I was always a very, very compersion-oriented person, which might be my, which in many ways may have been the best I could do at the time for dealing with jealousy or all the things at once. But for myself, in the last number of years, especially since I contacted Che Chen the first time, I have actually deeply felt jealousy. And it was very confusing for me. And I realized these are my ascension symptoms because everything is very, very personal. So I think maybe Che Chen taught me, awakened parts of me for whatever reason, to come to a deeper understanding about myself and what jealousy is and how it's possible and how it's part of me as I'm part of everything, and how to deal with these things and how to admit I want things, how to be clear about what I actually want and what makes me happy, and um, and um, yeah. So I think there's more of that. When I've talked before about the seven, there's always the seven deadly sins, seven virtues, but seven powers, seven saints, the seven waves. And the waves are energy over the planet, and I think jealousy has absolutely been one of them. And I really let Che Chen be Che Chen. Let jealousy be jealousy. We don't have to ride it, we don't have to attach it, we don't have to judge it. We can just let it be. We can align ourselves in such a way so that we have all the compassion without the experience, you know? I also personally, I have a feeling like I have so much more to thank Che Chen for, so I just want to do another call out besides her gorgeous, gorgeous, sexy freaking tree self. They also have given me so many layers of gifts and messages of understanding. Um, and I really feel that there is something really to their presence and being, which holds one of the keys for big keys for understanding these seven waves that are moving over the planet and the transcendence and healing that they offer in their intensity. Um, there is, it's right there. Oh, this is a really long video. Oh well, let it, let him. You know, that was another big part of the like. Just let him, let things be what they are. Let life be what it is. Let Che Chen be Che Chen. Let me be me. Let the moment be the moment. Oh, let things be as they are. And because everything is changing, and I don't know. Like, again, like if you told me even like 6 years ago that I would be dealing with reconciling with jealousy, I'd be like, woohoo! Yeah, that's pretty sure that's not me. I can't, I relate to a lot of things, a lot of empathy, but jealousy has never really been my thing, which is cool. So thank you, Che Chen, for helping me face that aspect of my shadow self, which exists, but again, for whatever reason I disconnected it, that's fine. I'm also good with that. I'm good with all these stages of learning. They're not all pretty, but I'm not fucking here to be pretty. Hard to believe, but it's true. I'm here to live. Because I fucking exist. I exist because I made me out of the primordial yum of yumminess, as we are all constructed. I'd like to thank you for making yourself out of the primordial yum of yumminess. I think you're pretty fucking yummy. Did a really good fucking job and shit. I'm so glad we are here together through this journey. This is Lori and Rowan. This is Surfing Vaya. It is what it is, cause whatever. It will be what we make it, because this is our fucking universe. This is the shift. This is what I'm here for. Really glad we're here together. I love you and I'm with you. And I know you're with me because I can feel you, see you, smell you, taste you in the wind. And I'm so happy you're here with me. I'm excited to let you be and see what's next. Meow.